But high resistance liquidity run is something that could pan out, but it's not likely to do it efficiently, quickly, and it's going to probably bring a lot of consolidation, move a little bit in the direction, and then retrace a lot more than you want to see it in your trade, versus what I try to teach as a dynamic price action trader. You want to see a low resistance liquidity run, something that moves from your entry, never even approaches your stop loss, and just runs quickly, just like that, to your target. That's what separates my teaching approach. That's what sets my models approach from everything else, because I'm not trying to be in there because some indicator gave me some inclination that it should or shouldn't do something. I don't believe in indicators. You have 4 indicators that are the best thing you're ever going to have. That's the open, the high, the low, and the close of any time interval. So the variable in there is time, but it's also the main constant. That's the deciding factor in every trade that I'm going to take. Every trade that I'm going to take for the rest of my life is going to be hinged on time. So you're going to see what that means every single week. You're going to understand the element of time. You're going to understand the difference between a high resistance liquidity and a low resistance liquidity run. There's a stark contrast between those two. And obviously, if you've gone through the core content that I've uploaded last year on my YouTube channel, I cover that. But even without having the ability to sit down over a chart live and watch it dynamically deliver price, it's hard to communicate that in a static discussion. Like, here's old data, here's old price fractals where it did this and did that. It doesn't effectively communicate it like being able to see it over my shoulder and me comment on it. So I see a lot of live streamers, they'll do their live stream. And let me just toss this out there. Matt, I wasn't trying to, embarrass you. if you look at it that way, I rep you on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I love you. I think you are going to do well if you keep this tenacity. I thought I was sending something to you that only you and I could see, but I misjudged that. Apparently went across my Twitter feed. So, oops, sorry. But I see folks like Matt, and there's another guy that I just started following, Patrick Weiland, who, if I'm not mistaken, used to troll me, but I've been watching, and he's been doing some live sessions, and he's done some prop trading apparently, and he's hooked up with, I think it's Top Step, and he's calling it live. He's doing his executions, and that to me is commendable. I have a lot of respect for that. He's a bit of a character, and that's cool. I can appreciate that. But he and Matt they sit out there for hours, and they'll jabber on about whatever they want to talk about, and then they push a button and they monitor their trades. And then at the end of the day, they condense their entire streams and do like a highlight thing. I don't have the time to do that this year. So that's the number one reason why I'm only doing 2 of them per week, because they're going to be up to about 2 hours in length. So I'm not going to sit down and edit out all that stuff. You're going to see it raw, just the way it was if you were there live. I don't want to be in YouTube editing studio, every day of the week for hours at a time. And if you don't know what I mean by that, if you look at the presentation I made just last night for just a 2-minute video, the preparation for the first chart, look at the time in the lower right-hand corner when I was showing the example for ES. That's a lot of time between putting one chart, annotating it, putting another chart, annotating it, presenting it, condensing it, rendering it, and then uploading it to the medium like Twitter or YouTube. YouTube takes a little bit of time because they like to run their algorithm, see if there's anything that they can ban your account or demonetize or flag you for something. So it all takes time. So the viewership, usually the ones that complain of my following, is I talk too much, and I want you to understand why I'm doing things, why I'm not doing things, why you should be focused on certain things and not so much on others.